massive, massive ocean-going yacht, which he designed himself.
He just became like Lord of the Manor out there.
I came here in 1978 to do a summer season at the Gaiety Theatre, just down the road here in Douglas. And I'd never been here before. I couldn't believe how beautiful the place was. And the time was coming where I didn't want to work all the time, just sort of semi-retirement, if you like to call it. And so I got a place here, and I've never been happier. Lovely.
I'd like to put on record that I need you, need you, need you.
Throughout his life, Norman supported good causes, always putting his talents to good use. Talents which were many and varied.
I love you. It simply means, my darling, that I love you.
Well, he had a very lovely voice, soft, and he knew how to get the best out of a song. And of course, this was an added talent for his work. And it was different too, because it brought the comedy down. And I think people enjoyed that as much as they did his antics.
People don't realise what a great musician he is. He was absolutely incredible. 7 or 8 instruments, yeah.
His passions in life, he loved golf. He was a great golfer, even though, you know, at his age, a lot of people were sort of sitting in armchairs and feet up watching the telly, but he was out there. He loved motorbikes, cars. We couldn't go anywhere without stopping at a car showroom.
But even his friends would admit he had 1 or 2 unsettling character traits.
He always used to eat and show his food, which was a bit...
He would be like forking the food into his mouth like that, and he said to me, Robbo, he called me Robbo, Robbo, do you like seafood? I said, yes, OK. He goes, nah, like that.
See? Food. Quite often he'd listen to his own tapes or his own films. He liked his own films. He used to sit in the car and we'd go for a drive and he would sing to me and all the stuff that he'd written. But that's the way he was.
Norman Wisdom has become the great British clown, very much in the mould of Charlie Chaplin with his little man in the ill-fitting suit and cloth cap. Now, he has the honour of being the national comedy hero of Albania, and not many people can make that boast.
In his lifetime, Norman received many honours, including an OBE and the Variety Club Award.
Outstanding contribution to show business, Sir Norman Wisdom. Oh, here he goes.
Well, I have to say how very grateful I am. As you did say, I've been 50 years in show business now, and you were wrong. It's nearly 55. And I'm very grateful to get this, really I am. And I'm a very lucky little devil being in show business in the first place. And I've been a lucky little devil all the time because it's given me happiness and I've thoroughly enjoyed myself. And on top of that, you get paid.
Norman continued his career into his 90s. Aged 89, he played a fitness-obsessed pensioner in Coronation Street. At 92, he took on his last acting role in a film for charity called Espresso. By now, Norman's health was in decline with Alzheimer's.
He would still want to keep his finger in the pie a little bit, and of course something like that was perfect because there were no lines, because at that point, you know, his memory was, you know, not that good. And of course that's what Dad excelled in, you know, with the facial expressions and that perfect timing that he has.
In his final years, he remained on the Isle of Man. His family, including 2 proud grandsons, took turns to look after him.
Slower, Greggy. Very nice, very nice. Hello, hello.
It was just so nice to be with somebody that was always light and breezy and joking. And Norman just didn't know how to be sad or unhappy.
In 2007, the decision was reached to place him in a care home, but he was happy there.
His family were really his life. And the way that he, kept in contact and everybody would go and see him. I mean, he was a very, very much a family man.
All the family were present when he received the award he held most dear, a knighthood from the Queen, in the year 2000.
Sir Norman Wisdom for services to entertainment.
Sir Norman Wisdom's career spanned more than half a century in theatre, film and television. Wherever he went, Norman could be depended upon for one thing: to create laughter.
Just a minute. Mr.
Pitkin.
Thank you, Mr. Pitkin.
Oh.
You obviously don't realize, but you've just done something wonderful.
Me?
I think he's continued the great tradition of the silent comics, the ones who provided so much genius for us on the screen, the sort of the Chaplin little man.
It seemed to me that his idea was, life has been hell, and let's make the most of every minute we have now.
You're joking.
He just wanted to prove that he could be something in life, and he was something in life.
It's a very British story of class and snobbery and tremendous hardship.
What we admire is something that we feel we can't do. And not many people could do what Norman Wisdom did.
Dickens could have written about him, couldn't he? He's like a figure out of Dickens. But he was brilliant.
I think his legacy will live on, actually. I think his films will always be there for people to see.
There is one thing that no one will ever be able to destroy, and that is the love I have for my father.
I would say he's got more opportunity than most to be remembered. I don't think we'll forget Norman somehow.
Some